Hey guys, welcome to the 7th tutorial of the series using MATLAB GUI with Arduino. And this is the part 2 of the project interfacing L29810 with Arduino using MATLAB GUI. So as we mentioned in the last tutorial, in this part of the project, we are going to make required GUI through which we can give commands to Arduino. Now our aim is to control each motor individually as well as simultaneously. For this purpose, we need two push buttons for each individual motor to rotate them in both directions and two extra push buttons to rotate them simultaneously. That gives us a total of 6 push buttons. To create this GUI, go to New, Graphical User Interface, select Bank GUI, click OK. Now select push button and place it over the front panel. So this column is for the left motor. This middle column is to rotate them both together. And this last column for right motor. Whereas the topmost row is to rotate motors clockwise and the bottom row to rotate them anti-clockwise. Okay, now since all the push buttons are placed, let's select edit text box. So this edit text box under the left motor push buttons, this one under the middle push buttons, and this one under the right motors push button. Now double click on the push button for left motor. Now since this push button will rotate the motor clockwise, so I'm going to change the string name from push button to M1 forward and tag to M1F. Hit enter. Double click this push button which is to rotate the motor backward. So I'm going to change string name to M1 back and tag M1B. Now for right motor, this push button is to rotate it clockwise. Its string name will be M2 forward and tag will be M2F. Now this push button is to rotate it in backward direction or anti-clockwise direction. So string name, yes you're right, will be M2 backward and tag name M2B. This push button here is to rotate both of them simultaneously. So I'm going to change the string name of this push button to something like forward. It's simple enough. And tag to simply forward. This push button is to rotate both the motors simultaneously in backward direction. So for this, I'm going to change string name to simply backward and similarly tag name also backward. Okay, hit enter. Now, since I want to give some value in this edit text boxes so that it can be given as an input across the motors, I'm going to change the string name from edit text to empty. So just delete this. Similarly, for the second text box, I'm going to just delete the string name. And similarly, for the third edit text box, just delete the string name and tag name for all of the three are all right. Okay, after this, select static text and place them under these edit text boxes so that user know which motor is actually controlling. So double click static text and change the string name to something like PWM M1 because it's the left motor or the M1 motor. Tag name is fine. Now this static text of the second column, I'm going to change its string name to simply PWM. Now for the third column or the right motor, the string name, yes you guessed it right, PWM M2 because it's the second motor. Now I'm going to change the color which is white right now to this color for the second static text box. Okay, now for the third one, this one looks good. Okay, so we have created the GUI. Now let's run this. Run figure tutorial 6. Okay, so here's the GUI we just created. Now if you click on push buttons, nothing will happen because we haven't given logic yet to these functions of push buttons. So in the next part of the video, we are going to give commands or we are going to change the program of this GUI so that we can get what we want out of it. Now with that being said, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.